Wow, great intro music. Thank you very much. Shout out to Kinsey. So, welcome to Barrelful of Daryl, a podcast that is hosted by me, Daryl. And in this podcast, the royal we, selectively discuss music, movies, and we hope to provide a little mirth. As far as the music section, I usually select an artist or band that is personally significant to me. You may not be familiar with my selection, but my intent is to change that. As for the movies, they are more universal, and you probably heard them or seen them, liked them. So here we go. Let's get started. So in Sweden, there's this quartet band called ABBA. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. Not even with a gun to my head, right? Today I'm going to be talking about the band The Gourds. So this one goes out to Dustin and Ian. The Gourds are an alternative country band out of Austin, Texas. But really, they're hard to stick into any one genre. Let's just call them alt rock, due to lack of something else come in mind. So they consist of 5 core members: Kevin Russell, Jimmy Smith, Claude Bernard, Max Johnston, Keith Langford. And the instruments they play consist of guitars, bass guitars, fiddles, mandolins, keyboards, accordion, and of course drums. So those are all classic instruments. So they're a bar band, and they were together for 19 years, but now they are on hiatus. They never gained fame, and that was not their goal. Their goal was to make music, have a good time, sell some CDs to fund their touring. So it's just a bunch of guys that really love the music and love to be on stage playing in front of people. So they are, they did. They toured constantly, and it earned them the reputation of the band that you have to see live. As for myself, I first learned of them on Pandora Music, and it's just one song that got played there called El Paso, and I fell for it right away. And over my life, I've bought everything that they put out. You may know them for their cover of Gin and Juice, kind of a redneck Gin and Juice. Back in the day, this cover was on Napster, but it was wrongly attributed to the band Fish, unfortunately. Ultimately, though, the Gourds did gain fame from it, a little bit of fame, as much as they wanted anyway. The main lyricists were Kev Russell, Jimmy Smith. Jimmy's lyrics are odd, and Max Johnson pointed out to him it's like throwing darts at a dictionary. That is funny and true. Their songs are diverse, from ballads to all-out rockers. If you want to learn about their music, a good introduction would be to stream or purchase their album Bolsa de Agua, which in Spanish means water bag. That is a really good album. It showcases all their skills and all their songwriting abilities. My other favorite album by them is their first, and the title is Dem's Good Bibel. Yeah, Dem's Good Beeble, Beeble. As with Bolsa de Agua, there's not a song on this album that is skip worthy. All of them are good songs to listen to. So they've released 11 studio albums and 2 live ones. The live album, called Shinebox, contains their cover of Gin and Juice, as well as a handful of other really good songs. So, following their hiatus from the band, the members themselves started numerous side projects, mostly going solo, putting out solo albums. So, that is a band that I really like called the Gourds out of Austin, Texas. And they've meant a lot to me over my life. I'm really glad I got to know them. So, check it out. But now we're going to have a word from our sponsor. Well, howdy, y'all. This is Billy Ray Bubba. I gotta be real quiet. I gotta be whispering to you. I'm out here at my moonshine still, and I think there may be some feds out here, too. You know, my wife, Ellie Mae, she's been trying to get rid of me, so ever since I started up this deal, I think she finally dropped the dime. So, shh. Okay, they're coming this way. Let's go. What? Wait, what? Okay, not quite sure what happened there, but on goes the show. So, I usually like to tie in a movie with the musician or the band that I spoke of, but that's just pretty much impossible to tie in a movie to the Gourds. They're just all over the map. You really got to listen to some of their music. It's great. So, this morning, as I was toying with the idea of a movie to speak about, Coal Miner's Daughter popped into my mind. It was released in 1980, and it's a biopic of Loretta Lynn, who's played by Sissy Spacek. Except for a few hiccups, the movie well depicts the rise of Loretta from a teenage hillbilly in Butcher Hollow, Kentucky, to a country superstar. At the age of 15, as the movie shows, and in Loretta's life, she married Oliver Mooney, also known as Doo, D-O-O. And that role is played by Tommy Lee Jones. By the age of 19, they had 4 kids. Yeah. She ended up cutting a demo song called I'm a Honky Tonk Girl. And she and her husband, Doo, basically drove around from radio station to radio station to get them to play the song. Eventually, it became jukebox fodder, and Loretta was popular enough at that time to be invited to perform at the Grand Ole Opry. Let's recall I'm talking about the movie here, not Loretta Lynn. Just reminding myself. She was befriended by her idol, Patsy Cline, played by Beverly D'Angelo. They became close friends and toured together until Patsy's death by plane crash in 1963. The next few years saw Loretta's rise in fame with extensive touring and hard work, resulting in her having a nervous breakdown live on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. She basically just collapsed on stage. Following her recovery, she goes out on tour, and she establishes herself as the First Lady of Country Music. The film closes with her singing Coal Miner's Daughter to a sold-out audience. So Sissy Spacek sang all the songs in this movie. So did Beverly D'Angelo. When she was on, she sang her own songs, and they just knocked it out of the park in doing so. Sissy Spacek won an Oscar for her portrayal of Loretta Lynn, and rightfully so. This is a fantastic movie, even if you don't like OG country music. Rent it from somewhere, stream it from somewhere, and give it a go. You'll be glad that you did. Word of the day. Yeah. What is the word of the day? The word of the day, thanks to Adam, my friend, is trepidation. Trepidation. It's a feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. As in, the men set out for camp in fear and trepidation. The root word is trepid, which basically means the same thing, fear and apprehension. You may be more familiar with its antonym, intrepid. It's definitely more common, and it basically means fearless. It's odd, I think there was once a Dodge car called Intrepid, so there you go. And now a new segment, Joke of the Day. You ready? What did the farmer say to the little pig that asked him for straw to build a house? What did the farmer say to the little pig that asked him for straw to build a house? Holy shit, a talking pig! Yeah, sorry about that. Question of the day. That's always fun. Last week, the question was, why are most calico cats female? And that's like 99% of calico cats are female. And the answer is chromosomes. Genes that determine black or orange fur in cats are on the X chromosome. A female has two X chromosomes. So with two X chromosomes, the female can inherit the orange chromosome from one parent and the black from the other. Male cats have XY chromosomes, and therefore they basically only express one color. Pretty cool, huh? So the word or the question for the day, here's the new one. Basically, it's on a similar note. What causes eye color? Here's a hint for you. Originally, all of humanity had brown eyes until about 10,000 years ago. So what happened? That's what I'm asking. We will discuss the answer to this week's question on the next podcast. I think that's all for now, and I want to thank you for joining. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to our next time together.